Hi children, good afternoon to all of you. Today we will have a new lesson from your prose textbook. Already we have come across two lessons. Today we will have a poem, and this poem is written by Kamala Das. Have you heard of Kamala Das? An Indian writer in English. She was born in Malabar, Kerala, and she was well known for her emotional way of writing things. Here you will have an emotional poem written by her, and the title is My Mother at 66. Okay, children, all of you keep your textbook open and go through the lines when I explain. Okay? Yeah. Now let me read the introduction. Kamala Das, 1934-2009, was born in Malabar, Kerala. She is recognized as one of the India's foremost poets. Her works are known for their originality, versatility, means she has got different variety of theme and faces, and the indigenous flavor of the soil. Kamala Das has published many novels and short stories in English and Malayalam under the name Madhavi Kuti. Some of her works in English include the novel Alphabets of Lust, 1977, a collection of short stories Padmavati the Harlot and Other Stories, 1992. In addition to 5 books of poetry, she is a sensitive writer who captures the complex subtleties of human relationships in lyrical idiom. My Mother at 66 is an example. So it's very clear this poem is a lyrical idiom. You know what a lyric is? A poem with emotions. Emotion is expressed with a few lines. Such poems are called lyrics. So here it is all about her aging mother. Her mother is in her sunset years. I mean, she is in her old age. So once the author was moving towards Cochin airport. Okay, so let me recite it first. So before you read, aging is a natural process. Have you ever thought what our elderly parents expect from us? So this is a question for you, for all of you to find an answer to this. Fine? You think about your aging parents and what they expect from us. Okay. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doors open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma," and all I did was smile and smile and smile. It's a small poem, I told you already. It's a lyric. Okay. So coming to the first part of the poem, you can see the author is driving towards Cochin airport and her mother was sitting side by. Okay. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. That means mother was sitting beside her in the car. What was she doing? Dozing. What do you mean by dozing? To sleep for a short while. For example, after taking meal, you doze for half an hour. Or in the classroom, sometime you doze. So like that, sleep for a short while. And dozing open mouthed. Actually, she was aged and he kept her mouth open while dozing. Her face ashen like that of a corpse, and her face lost that blood. Okay, so she looks like an ashen in the sense means ash color, little dark and black, like that of a corpse, dead body. So her face looks like that of a dead body, having lost all blood on the face. Okay, and realized, what do you mean by realized? Understood with pain. Actually, the poet could not even digest that her mother was becoming aged. Okay, so that was the pain with the poet, that she was as old as she looked, but soon and put that thought away. What is the thought here? The thought is that the mother is becoming aged, and she even feels that she would lose her mother shortly. So that is the pain. And looked out at young trees. While traveling in the car, she looked through the window of the car and could see the trees sprinting. What is sprinting? Running ahead, sprinting. The merry children spilling, and children from the homes are coming out as if they are spilling out of their homes. And these two images, the trees sprinting while you are traveling in a car, bus or train, or okay. So the trees and the children, these are two images the poet created here to show life in them, energy in them, whereas the mother is in her old age, sitting in the car, keeping his mouth wide open, and her face looking like that of a dead body. Is it clear? So it is a contrast of trees sprinting and children spilling, right? But after the airport's security check, now they are in the airport and airport check is over, and standing a few yards, now mother could not join her since she was traveling. So standing a few yards away, I looked again at her. Again the poet, actually poetess, but we are generalized to say poet. Okay, female poet is called poetess. The poet here looked again at her wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood fear. Again, when he looked at her mother, and mother looked like that of a winter moon. The mother is compared to a winter moon because the winter moon may not have much brightness or much shine. The same way, the mother also lost her shine. Okay, so that is why wan pale as a late winter's moon, again a comparison here, and felt that old familiar ache. That ache is familiar for the poet. What is the familiar ache or the childhood fear? Losing of her mother or aging of her mother. She may also become old like her mother. That is not a concern for her. But when mother becoming old, when mother is going to be lost, that fear is there, my childhood fear. But all I said was, see you, Amma, soon. And while departing, she said, Amma, see you soon. And she was waving her hands as well. And while departing, what did she do? What she did was smile, and smile. She looked at her mother and spotted a smile on her face. And here is a question, why it is kept dots at the end? That shows the poem is not over. It's a piece of emotion represented through lines, and the poem is incomplete. Okay, so she expressed her concern, and she wanted to hide it by smiling, and this is to boost courage in her mother, or it is a kind of boosting confidence in her mother. So that is the end of the poem. And here you have two difficult words already noted by the editors. Sprinting, short fast race, running. Trees are sprinting. I told you already, when you travel in a bus or a train or a motorcycle, you feel that trees are running. Short, fast race or running. Wan here means colorless, becoming pale. The blood will not be shown in your face. Okay, that is called pale. So there are two comparisons used in this lesson, this poem. One is her mother is compared to a dead body because there was no sheen or shine on her face, and another comparison, that is she was compared to a late winter's moon. Why? Because late winter's moon may not have that brightness, okay, a dwindling brightness. So here are 5 questions for you that all of you should write in your notebook, and solution is already posted in the group NCERT solutions, and you can try by yourself again. The questions are: what is the kind of pain and ache that the poet feels? Why are the young trees described as sprinting? Do you think that trees can run? No, that is a feeling. Why has the poet brought in the image of merry children spilling out of their homes? Why has the mother been compared to the late winter's moon? Why do the parting words of the poet and her smile signify? Dear children, I hope all of you have understood the poem, and also I discussed all the thing. I think there is no separate discussion is required. And yeah, here a special note is there. Notice that the whole poem is in a single sentence. Actually, there is no completion of the sentence. I told you that ending part is all dots only. That means it is not a complete sentence. It indicates a single thread of thought interspersed, interconnected with the observations of the real world around, and the way these are connected to the main idea. And I think the theme is very universal in nature. So aging of parents is a common fact. Okay, so children, read, recite and repeat. Okay, thank you, and we shall meet again with another topic tomorrow.